Hello, welcome to today's quick shot tutorial. Today we're just going to cover making a pretty basic door with a lock as seen here. When jumping game you can test it. Turn on the flashlight and light from our last video. If you try to open it, you can see in the corner it's locked. Pretty simple, just look at the lock. Now we can unlock it, open it. While it's open, you can't lock it back, but once the door's closed again, you can lock it again. This video will be pretty basic, but it'll be the base for when we make the door that has a UMG pin lock mechanism, and later when we add a randomly spawning key somewhere to unlock this kind of door. I'll go ahead and get rid of that and we'll start fresh. So we'll make a new blueprint, class actor, we'll call it locked door blueprint. Open it up. Let's start with the root empty scene component. I like to have it that way for when if I have anything that might be rotating, I like to have a root there. Let's add another scene component called the door hinge. This is just because I'm going to be using one of their cubes. If you have a model and you make the origin on the edge of the door, you won't need anything like this. But if I just added a cube in and rotated it, it would, if you can imagine a line down the center of the cube, it would just pivot around that. So what I'm going to do is offset the cube from this, so this will be what it rotates around. So add a cube, call it the door, let's scale this, let's say about 2. Hinges there. Let's set the door up and over. Let's jump in here and see how it looks compared to that. Be a little wider and a little taller. And that fits almost good enough. And let's see, 2.1. And that's good enough. So now let's try to get that door right on the hinge of it. I want it a little less thick. Dope. I'll save. If you've been watching the last videos, we have a interface in place along with the line trace. So I'm just going to go to class settings and add the interact interface. Compile it, save it. The event graph. Now we can add the event for that. So when this gets hit, let's add a timeline so it'll rotate the door. Float, call it rotate. Gonna start at 0, 0. Let's add a key at, let's say about 1.5 seconds to open the door. And let's open it 110 degrees. 1.5 seconds. Let's scale it, fit it. And I don't want it to just be a constant speed of just flat opening. So let's make it auto, so it'll be kind of a curve. It'll start opening slow, be the max speed, and then it'll slow down up against the top again. Pilot. So we want a flip-flop. Pretty much a toggle. When they first press it, it'll play it. When they press it again, it'll reverse it. Okay, so we also need the, well, I think it's right here. The event begin play. When it starts, we need to get the rotation of how it is. Let's call this start rotation. Well, all we're concerned about is the yaw, so I'm just going to make it a float. So, let's do set. And we need to get the door hinge, get the world rotation. And we need to break that. Because all we want is the yaw. So this helps with pretty much no matter which rotation you set the door down, it'll help fix with this. So we need to get, we need the door hinge, and we need to set the rotation, or relative location. Nope. Rotation, not bleh. Rotation, not location. There we go. So each update, set it, and we want rotation, add to start rotation. And we need to make save and see if this works. Let's see. Well, that would be because I didn't put the door under the door hinge. Well, that's not right. It's almost right. I think I need to set world location. See if that helped. There we go. What the error was, since it was local, let's say the world rotation was 90 plus 10, say it was 100, so it set the world rotation to 100. But let's say since I rotated the door 90, the local rotation was about 90 degrees off of what the world rotation was. So it just glitched it out. Okay, so next we want to add a lock. So we'll need to go to viewport, and let's just add in another cube. Well, let's do a cylinder this time. Looks better. Rotate it. Well, this needs to be under the door hinge as well, so it follows along with it. 90. Let's make it pretty much tiny. And a little bit longer. Z. Okay. There we go. Just so it's nice and visible. I'm going to go ahead and add wood material, just make it look nice. Nice. I don't really want that. That's even worse. I'll go back to walnut. And we'll make this like a nice gold doorknob. Fancy. Go to event graph. Okay, so this is real similar to how the light switches worked. Since you're interacting with it, you know that it's hitting the door. But let's say you there's only the two components for it to hit. It's either going to be the lock or the door. So let's check and see if they are hitting lock. Let's lock or unlock it. So let's check if it equals the, let's rename this to lock. If the component you hit is equal to the lock branch, let's move this down. Let's do the lock code. If it's not, so if you're hitting the door, let's see if the door is locked. If it's not, let's open the door. So we need a variable called isLocked boolean. If it is locked, let's print a string and say door is locked. So that's pretty much done for now. Okay, so if it is locked, let's do a, for now let's just do a flip-flop. You can set up branches to check if it is locked, then unlock it. If it's not locked, then lock it. But since I know it's going to start locked, I can just do a flip-flop and set and unset it. So it's going to be locked, so the first hit, let's make it not locked. If they hit it again, it will be locked. File save. And let's set the default of this class to be locked. File save. But I did it backwards. Doorknob's on the wrong side. So the door is locked. Can't open it. Unlocked it. Now the door opened backwards. That is one fancy door. Okay. Move this over. Closest I remember. Event graph. I also want to print strings so I can see if I lock or unlock it. Unlocked door. Duplicate. Locked door. File save. Button. Turn right. Door is locked. Now I unlock the door. I open it. Close it. But the problem is I lock the door. So now I can't close it. That makes sense. Unlock the door, close it, lock it again. So now we gotta set up a state of it so it can tell if the door is open or closed. So add a variable is open. Alright. So when this finishes, we need to set or unset this. So when this is finished, we need a branch. It's true, do this. If it's false, do this. So what do we want to check? So we know when this is finished, it's either going to be all the way open or all the way closed. But we can check with this flip-flop. So the first thing it's going to do is open. So if it is A, then we know it's opening, and when it finishes, we know it's going to be open. If it's not, it's going to be closing, and then we know it's going to be closed. So then we can, since we know if it's open or closed or not, we can make a branch right here and check if it's open or not. And we want it to be false. So if the door is closed, then we can set if it's locked or not. So let's see if that works. It's locked. Unlock it. Open. Now it won't. I may have done it backwards. Yeah, because now I can't. I flipped those backwards. My mistake. So this should be about the end of this episode. So now we have a basic locked door that we can open and close. You can't lock it when it's open, and you can lock it back when it's closed. So from this base door, we'll be able to build a door that you need a pin number to open, that you can set and reset the pin. And we can also make it where it'll spawn a key in some random preset positions. And that's how what you might need to unlock the door or lock the door. So that's the end of this video. If you liked it, like and subscribe and comment if you'd like, or if you have questions. If you have any ideas for a video for us to do with a quick shot later on, comment down below. And if you're interested in private tutoring, you can also message me about that. Thank you.